Ladies and gentlemen, happy to have you for a varsity girls matchup this evening between Kelley Catholic from Beaumont and Fort Bend Christian Academy. We'll have a girls game this evening starting in just a couple of minutes, followed by the guys varsity at approximately 7 o'clock. This is a makeup game. It was supposed to be last Friday night, moved to this Monday because Fort Bend Christian's football team made it to a state championship game playing on Friday night. So we have a bit of a skeleton crew for you this game. That means you're listening to me instead of one of our other amazing announcers. And we're working without a lot of names and rosters and such, so we'll get this one going between Beaumont Kelley and Fort Bend Christian. Jumping center, that's Brooke McAnulty, senior. Evan Kelley's a senior. She's number 15. That's her with the ball. Number 1, Sky Shell, running point over to junior Ella Olson. Defending was Sky Shell, and Fort Bend Christian comes out with the ball. Evan back over to Shell. Nice move to the inside, and a jump ball is going to be called. Running out that starting 5, Naomi Jones, 23. So a different starting 5 than you've seen in the last few years as Fort Bend Christian has graduated about 4 or 5 people per year. Fort Bend Christian's three-quarter court press, almost getting a turnover. We'll be working on some of the Beaumont Kelley names as well. I have a few names here. We'll try to get them to you as their names come up. Rebound by McAnulty, pushes that out to Shell. Tries to find Olson on the side, and that one goes out of bounds. 1 minute in, both teams searching for their first basket. Some zone pressure being applied by the Eagles. Ball is thrown right to Evan Carpenter. She'll get the steal. Finds Shell on the side, finds McAnulty driving. Ball is blocked from behind. The Eagles will have it from underneath their basket. Nice to see the pressure. We've gone years before where a girls team might not have enough players to be able to put pressure on all game long. That's not working. We're putting pressure on this year. And a travel called on Shell. Hey, put the other camera on the big scoreboard. No, over here, this side. This one. Kelley brings it up against that. Looks like a 2-2-1 pressure is my best guess at it so far. That basket's for number 15, Flanagan. First 2 of the game. And some pressure being applied by Beaumont Kelley, and they're going to get a steal out of it. That's Flanagan again. She's going to drive in against Olson. Olson gets a block. And away with it comes Jones. And now McAnulty. It looks like Shell might have twisted an ankle or something. Oh, came out of her shoe. So a turnover on the Eagles as they were looking to get something started, but ended up double dribbling. 2-0 early. Kelley with the only basket. This is going to be a travel right here. Moving the foot without dribbling the ball as number 11, Doctor. Eagles against 1-2-1-1 pressure. A lot of dribbling. Ball gives over to Ella Olson. She's going to find She's going to find Evan Carpenter, who's going to find Brooke McAnulty. That's the way you break the pressure. Catch, find the next person, bounce pass, well done. I'm not sure what the call is right here. He held up 5 fingers. Yeah, I don't think there's a 5-second call, is there? Getting across half court, but okay. I guess Eagles will take the ball. 2-2 early on. Inbounds play back over to Olsen. She's going to take about an 18-footer. Misses. Big rebound by McAnulty. Finds Shell. She's going to shoot a 3. A little bit long. Ball's bouncing around. Ella Olsen with it. Right into McAnulty. She gets her second basket. Good hustle, good rebounding, good passing by the Eagles. Gets them an early 4-2 lead. Nice pass attempt right there. It looks like a 360 no-look bounce pass. Ended up going out of bounds off the Eagles. 23 Geary was going to take a break. She'll come out of the game. Shot by Doctor doesn't go in, and here comes Shell. Yeah, defender had position on that one. And Shell ran into her, ended up traveling. Shell's going to get her first breaking. Here comes Olivia Moon, number 3. More pressure from the Eagles. Got a couple turnovers off this already. Both teams trying to apply some early pressure, get some easy baskets. Ball goes over to number 2, Simeon. She's going to drive, and she's going to get her layup, and we're tied at 4. Moon to Olsen. Olsen finds Carpenter. Carpenter up top, now hands it off to Moon. Off to Olsen. That looks like that ball might have been tipped. Ball tossed around, and Doctor comes out with it. Passes it down to Simeon. She gets her second basket. Beaumont Kelley's going to get a 6-4 lead early on. We've got about 4 minutes left in this first quarter. We'll be right back. Right back to the game. Eagles ball underneath. 2 baskets in a row by number 2, Simeon, for Kelley. Providing that early lead. Nice job breaking the pressure here. And you're going to see McAnulty with her 3rd basket. And I think that might be 3 assists for Carpenter, too. The Eagles breaking the pressure, getting that ball down low like they're supposed to. Could be a big game for Brooke. Eagles trying to get this one. A lot of tipped balls. It's going to be Doctor shooting a 15-footer. She misses. Rebound comes to Moon. She's going to fall and get called for the travel. There's your point guard, though, getting inside to try to get rebounds. Nice job. Into the great game comes Gracie Peschel. That's one broadcaster in for another. Both of the Gracie and Ella are on the broadcast team. 2-3 zone right here. The guards extending out a little bit for defense. A little bit too aggressive by Jones. She's going to get called for her first foul. Good defense by Carpenter, stopping the baseline drive. And she goes again. She defends against that shot. Nice job. Offensive rebound, though, for the Bulldogs. That's number 4, Bacon. Is able to grab that rebound. And a foul on the Eagles. Called that one on number 3, Moon. Her first foul. Ball comes down in the hands of Gracie Peschel. She's going to find Moon. She's going to drive to the basket. Pop it back outside to Peschel. She's going to take one just inside. There you go. Just inside the 3-point line. It's a 2-pointer for Gracie Peschel. Almost a steal by McAnulty. Good hustle. Eagles getting their hands in the passing lanes, getting the tips. Got a couple of steals. Out of the game comes Evan Carpenter, and in comes Hayes, Amber Hayes. Eight to 6 Eagles. Ball is tipped, so no backcourt call. 8 to 6. It's extended 2-3 zone. Pressuring that point guard, trying to get tips and steals. It's worked so far. Foul's going to be called on Hayes. It's going to be the Eagles' 4th foul. Beaumont Kelley has yet to commit a foul. Jones will take a seat, and for the first time, in comes number 2, Mays. Drive by Flanagan. Nice job off the board to tie it up at 8. That's her second basket. No real pressure right now by Beaumont. Eagles bring it up, and now Moon's going to try to drive it in. Loses control of it. Flanagan's going to take it away. She's going to drive against McAnulty, who plays, oh, just before I said great defense. She's going to get called for a foul. I'm allowed to be slightly biased and tell you I think she was straight up on that one, but foul's called nonetheless. 5th foul on the Eagles. First one on Brooke McAnulty. First foul shot by Flanagan is missed. Olivia Moon will go out, and Shell comes back in for the Eagles. And for the first time, you're going to see Cambry Girardi come in for McAnulty to give her a rest. Girardi, part of that volleyball team that went all the way to the final state game. Flanagan's foul shot is missed, but she crossed the line anyway. So violation, and Eagles will get the ball. 8 to 8 still. Minute 50 left in this first quarter. Eagles putting a lot of girls in and out, keeping them rested. If you're going to make them pressure, run up and down the court, run pick offenses, then you need to get them in and out, and they are. Peschel now finds Mays on the sideline. She still dribbles. She's going to get a foul called. That is the first foul called against the Kelley Bulldogs. This is Hayes that will inbounds the ball. And Eagles will reset. Ball is tipped. Tipped from behind as the pass is looking for Girardi down low. And Kelley got it. Call a timeout, and it'll be their ball after this timeout. 8 to 8. About a minute left in the first half. We'll be right back. Back to the action. Eagles applying that full court pressure. This just appears to be a man-to-man pressure right here. That's Gracie Peschel guarding Geary for the Bulldogs. Try to find the inside. Gerard stops that from happening. Flanagan trying to find something on the side, but 3 seconds are called on the far side. Good defense by the Eagles, not allowing the penetration. They'll get the ball. Under a minute now. Under a minute and an 8-8 first quarter. Well played. Peschel finds Mays. And that ball just hit the out of bounds line as it was coming inside. It'll be a turnover on the Eagles. Pressure being applied right now by Shell. Almost a trap with Peschel. It's a nice looking shot there. That's number 11 again, Doctor. Ten to 8, Beaumont Kelley leading. That ball is tipped away. Tipped away by Doctor. And right there at the end of the quarter. Horn didn't go off, but clock did get to zeros. After one quarter, Eagles are going to be down by 2 points. Well played, a lot of action, a lot of defense. Both teams pressing, kind of fun to watch. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment. All right, folks, second quarter ready to go. Looks like the Eagles starting five is back out. Olsen, Shell, Carpenter, McNulty, and Jones. Olsen on the left wing. Takes it inside. Nice move. She'll get a foul called. That'll be the second foul on the Bulldogs. And Ella Olsen will get 2 shots. Happy to have all the help that we do. Like I said, today was a makeup game, so a little bit of a lighter crew. Nice shot by Ella to get the first one in. Brooklyn Walter running the camera for this game. Mr. Lee is running the trailer and all your graphics. Nice shot by Olsen. She ties it up. 2 foul shots. Next game, we'll have a crew of about 5 or 6 people. A little bit fancier for you. Pressure's nicely broken there by Kelley. McNulty gets a block shot and then rips the ball through to make sure we keep possession. Well done by Brooke. Pass is just over Jones's head. That'll be a turnover for the Eagles. 10-10, 30 seconds into the second quarter. The pressure again by the Eagles. Oh, double dribble. That's what you want. You're not always going to get a steal. Sometimes you get the turnover from the pressure. That's what the Eagles are doing. Carpenter goes baseline. No shot. It'll be a block before that. So Eagles starting to even up the fouls now. It's a third foul on the Bulldogs. And if the scoreboard is correct, all 3 of their fouls are on number 24, Roberts. She's guarding inside, and she let Evan Carpenter go right by because she's got 3 fouls already. Evan Carpenter drives right around her. Smart play. If you know she's got 3 fouls, go right at her. Carpenter gets a layup. Eagles go up by 2. Strange sequence of events right there as Bacon drives all the way inside. Can't quite get the layup to go. Eagles rebound. Bulldogs steal it, and Bulldogs get called for 3 seconds. So a strange combination of events. Nice drive. That's beautiful right there. Shell drives past a zone, finds Jones about 15 feet away from the basket, and Jones knocks it down. There's a steal. Oh, almost a steal. It's going to be a turnover, though. That's what the pressure does. Evan Carpenter almost gets the steal. Goes back to the Bulldogs, and they ended up with a double dribble. Pressure right now working very well for Fort Bend Christian. 14-10 is your score. Nice pass inside to McNulty. She's going to turn and fire. On the rebound is Evan Carpenter. Up and in, her 3rd basket. 16-10 Eagles. A little bit of a run here by Fort Bend Christian. That's great defense by McNulty. Straight up and down. There's contact made, but the defender's allowed to be straight up and down. The way she played was perfect. Aggressive looking pass there by Olsen. Ball go out of bounds. Shell will take a rest, and in comes Olivia Moon again. Love what they're doing with the subs. Putting a lot of pressure on, making sure everybody gets a rest. Pressure is broken by the Bulldogs. And travel is going to be called on Flanagan that time. She seems to be the one that's most adept against this zone at driving and getting her own shot off. She's got a couple of baskets. And number 3 is going to come in, Fontenette. No, she's not going to come in. Not sure what happened. Oh, she's supposed to tuck her shirt in. So she's not going to come in yet. She'll come in next time. Olivia Moon. Ball was tipped. Olsen grabs it. The ball knocked out of bounds. So now you'll get your sub. It will be somebody else, however. This is Doctor leaving, and this is number 5. Brown coming in, I believe, for the first time tonight. Eagles being able to drive quite a bit on this. What it looks like right now is an a man-to-man. And Olsen's going to get called for that travel. Not afraid to drive. She'll put the ball on the ground and get to the basket, especially a one-on-one. Man-to-man. She's going after him. Good job beating the pressure right there. It's just too hard to beat Brooke McAnulty, who stuffs the first shot. Flanagan with the rebound and a miss. Rebound comes right back to the Bulldogs. That's a bank shot 2-pointer by Curie. To put the score at 16-12. Olsen's going to get a rest now. And Peschel comes back in, and Carpenter's going to come out. And Amber Hayes is going to replace her. Still in that 1-2-1-1 pressure. Resulting in a lot of turnovers. Going the Eagles' way. And McNulty's going to get called for a foul that time as Flanagan tried to go baseline. And she beat Brooke to the spot. That's a second foul on Brooke, 6th foul on the Eagles. 3 fouls total on the Bulldogs right now. 4.5 left, 16-12 Eagles. Really well played game. Nice looking shot there by Flanagan. 16-13. That's a violation on the Bulldogs, lane violation, so no shot. Moon brings it up for the Eagles. Nice drive all the way to the basket, left-handed shot it in. Nice job by Olivia Moon. Eagles get to 18. Steal by McNulty. She's going to hit Peschel. She's going to look down towards Naomi Jones. I think she might got a hit on the arm on that one, but she misses the layup. Pass goes into McAnulty. She's going to turn around and find Peschel. Peschel's going to wait, bring it back outside. And a technical foul has been called on Beaumont Kelley's coach. Not really sure exactly what happened. Maybe he's been told just to not say something, or I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, he has been? Okay, so I have to see the word.
You've been telling him to stop.
Well, then, in that case.
So I don't know if a warning had been given or not. I'm assuming so. It's a veteran reffing crew. We've had them for years. But you just got to walk down the court. Too much talking was done, and next thing you know, referee stops the game, calls a technical foul. Well, it's 18-13 Eagles, second period, about halfway through. We will return as soon as this drama is over. McNulty will shoot the technical foul shots. There was a timeout called after the tech by Beaumont Kelley, a 30-second timeout because he wanted to talk to the referees about what had been called. McNulty just off the rim on the first shot. Brooks, a four-year starter for the Eagles. I remember her as a freshman. We have been able to dump it inside to her for turnaround jumpers for 4 years now. Second shot rolls it in. Eagles get one off of that technical foul. Peschel will inbounds it.
All right, G.
3:46 now. 3:46 left in the first half. Moon with the ball, hands it off to Jones. Ball goes back outside to Moon. She saves it into Peschel. She's going to take a 15-footer. That misses. Rebounded by Flanagan. And that is a really good catch and a really good shot. That's number 2, Semyon. Flanagan found her off the break, and she kind of got undercut a bit. It's the second foul on Olivia Moon. So basket is good, 19-15, and one foul shot left, or one foul shot to come for Semyon. That's a good-looking foul shot, too. Rolls it right in. 19-16. Eagles have their three-point lead. They've got the biggest lead of the half at 6. Here's a steal. Yeah, she traveled. Steal by Doctor. Quick hands. Got down the floor, though. Lost a little bit of control of the ball and took one too many steps. Evan Carpenter now at the point. She'll find Moon on the side. Will take a long two. Just short. Ball's being knocked all around by both teams. Ella Olsen looking down low. Ball is stolen away. A little bit of chaos right now. Not sure what's happening. Ball finally goes off of an Eagles player. I love the pressure, love the hustle. I think both teams are thinking right now, really good shot at a win. We're just enjoying some good basketball. Steal by Ella Olsen. Nice job again on that pressure. Three-pointer by Evan Carpenter. Just misses long. Rebounded out to Doctor. And she's going to drive. She's going to get the basket. And it's going to be a blocking foul on Evan Carpenter. A chance right here to tie the score up. It's a nice job by Doctor to keep control while she was getting hit. One shot by Doctor, rolls off the rim. Carpenter rebounds it. Evan only has one foul in this first half so far. Nice look and finding Ella Olsen. Misses that shot. And right now, the Bulldogs are finding that they can just get a break almost whenever they want to. As soon as they get the ball, they're just throwing it down court, beating the Eagles down the court, and another foul. Two shots this time for number 5, Brown, for the Bulldogs. Fouls second one on Peschel. Both shots are short. Eagles will get the ball back. And again for the Eagles is Mays. So I don't have all of the first names for these girls, but I'll learn them. Peschel into Carpenter, and with 2 minutes left, the Eagles have a 1-point lead. That's a nice move. Very, very nice move by Mays to get that shot off. She's going to get 2 foul shots from it. Not afraid to drive. You like to see it. From freshman all the way to senior, anybody gets a one-on-one, they are not afraid to drive the ball. You know that's being hammered in by the coaching staff. That's a good-looking free throw there. Looks like she's done that before. That puts the score at 20-18. Bacon back into the game for the Bulldogs. Off the front of the rim, Evan Carpenter rebounds. Finds Peschel. Back down low into, tries to find Carpenter. Ball is knocked away, tries to find Carpenter again. And Beaumont Kelley with the ball now, driving it down. Every single pass, the Eagles are trying to get a steal. I'll give them points for effort and aggression. It's good to see a high school team this aggressive on defense. That is a 3-point shot by number 3, Fontenette. 3-point shot puts the Bulldogs in the lead, 21-20. Evan Kelley drives and dishes back out again. Finally over to Amber Hayes. That shot is blocked partially by Flanagan. And the rebound by number 11, Doctor. This is going to put her on the line, and she's fouled by All right, Carpenter, her second foul. And that aggression is going to be attributed, I'm going to go ahead and say, to the coaching staff. When you got from girls from freshmen all the way up to seniors playing on the same floor, getting them to be this aggressive to run pressure from end to end. First foul shot's good. That was the 10th foul, so there will be 2 shots. That's Coach Tamika Brown and Coach Matt Brown. Tamika's in her first year, head coach, after taking over for coaching legend Trey Phillips. Second one is missed. Carpenter runs down the rebound. And 45 seconds left. That ball is thrown away. And here comes Flanagan. Passes off to Doctor. And a third foul on Carpenter is going to put Doctor back on the line. It was Coach Trey Phillips that took over the Eagles program years ago. And if you never met Coach Phillips, walk into the gym, you'll meet him. That's what he does. Nice looking foul shot there by Doctor, 23-20. Bulldogs lead. Eagles are going to sub Shell back into the game for Carpenter. Carpenter having picked up her third foul. Second foul shot's good. Both teams looking pretty sharp at the foul line so far. 35 seconds left. 4-point lead for Beaumont Kelley. That ball is poked, and it's going to be a foul called on Doctor that time. Only the 5th foul on the Bulldogs. Boys' game is coming up after this one. Approximately 7 o'clock. Might be a little bit shorter starting time if this one finishes, but that ball's going to be lost out of bounds, and you're going to have Beaumont Kelley with 17.8 seconds to try to get a shot off at the end of the half. Still more pressure applied by the Eagles. Try to slow the ball down. The ball is lost out of bounds that time by the Bulldogs, so the Eagles are going to get 6.3 seconds to try to get a shot off. Three seconds left. And that's the end of the half. A good half, well played. Not a lot of outside shots taken or made. One three-pointer by Beaumont Kelley was made. Good half, good aggression. We'll be right back in 10 minutes for the second half. Well, we got to watch that first half. Well played by both teams. In that first half, number 2, Simeon, for the Bulldogs with 7 points. Fontenette got that 1 3-pointer. She has 3 points. Doctor with 2 baskets and 3 free throws. 7 points for Doctor, and Flanagan with 5 points. And Geary got herself a basket as well. For the Eagles, Mays with 1 free throw so far. Olivia Moon's got a 2-pointer. Gracie Peschel with a 2-pointer. Ella Olson, 2 free throws, 2 points for her. Evan Carpenter has 4 points. Naomi Jones with 2. And Brooke McAnulty with 7. Very, very well played game up to this point. Love to see this kind of action. Seniors on the Eagles, Brooke McAnulty and Evan Carpenter, will probably get most of the playing time. They'll get a lot of the stats as well. McAnulty with 7 out of our 20 points so far. Also has a handful of rebounds, couple of blocks, and a couple of fouls. Mentioned right near the end of the half, the Eagles coaching staff, Tamika Brown in her first year, having an excellent start to the season. And Matt Brown sitting right next to her, bald-headed, mean-looking dude. He's actually okay. I taught Matt Brown. I coached Matt Brown in basketball years ago. Matt is back in our theology department. Glad to have him coaching some basketball. Beaumont Kelley starts off with the ball. Dribble goes off McAnulty's foot. Kelley ball out of bounds. The 3-pointer taken by Geary. Eagles will end up with the ball. And that's gonna be a block called. You can kind of feel the groan a little bit across the crowd. I think maybe Eagles fans are a little thankful for getting that call. That ball is tipped as Olson tried to pass it inbounds. And you're gonna have another reach called. So maybe this half, the referees have decided to tighten it up on the reach calls. Both teams with a light reach foul called in the first minute. That one was called on 13 Olson. That's her first foul. Pressure is broken. Oh, that's a nice block by McAnulty. Ball is stolen back, but McAnulty saves an easy basket there. That's a 3 taken by Geary and missed. And Doctor on the rebound putback is missed, but she gets the steal. A little sloppy with the ball to start this second half are the Eagles. Good passing against this zone. Looks to be about like a 1-2-2 zone right now. Might even be a 3-2. Has a good looking baseline jumper by Flanagan. 26-20. Bulldogs lead. Into Carpenter. Carpenter looks back over to Shell, and she's going to travel. Number 2, Simeon, comes back into the game for Bacon. Long pass down to Doctor. As a play, Eagles were caught asleep, and Doctor gets a nice layup. And then throws the ball out of bounds. So right now, a very sloppy start to the second half for the Eagles. Couple of fouls. Already several turnovers. Olivia Moon will enter back into the game. Shell will take a break. Bulldogs back with the ball. That's a three-pointer by Geary. And an 11-point lead has been opened up by the Bulldogs. Moon goes off of a pick, finds Jones on the side. She's going to drive in, and she's going to get fouled. She's going to get 2 shots out of that one. Nice move by Naomi Jones. Is Naomi a sophomore or junior? What about Moon? Libby? Naomi just a sophomore for the Eagles. You can see the aggression. They put her on the top on that press and just tell her go cause some havoc. Get some tip passes. Knocks that first free throw down. That's the Eagles' first point of the second half. Need to get something rolling. Maybe with her defense, we can do that. Second free throw just missed. Eagles pressing everything, including missed free throws. Love to see the hustle. That's gonna be a steal by Jones. She's driving down and she gets fouled again. There you go. Sometimes you beat sloppiness by just aggression. Drive the ball to the hole, grab the ball on defense. They're hustling on the press. They're hustling on their zone defense. They're hustling on offense. Naomi Jones gets 2 more foul shots. Just off the rim on the first one. Two seniors, a junior, and 2 sophomores on the floor for the Eagles. Second foul shot, again, just off the front of the rim. Rebounded by 24. That is Roberts. And Bulldogs come back down the floor. There you go. McNulty with the result of that steal. And you're going to get a foul on 24. I think that's her 4th. That's her 4th foul. That's going to make a big difference. She's been doing an excellent job plugging up the middle, giving a release on offense for somebody to throw to the top of the key and down on the box. Been a rebounder, but now she's got 4 fouls. Got 3 quick ones in the first half. Moon with a drive, just missed the layup. She had a tough angle. Again, Eagles pressuring off of missed shots as well. Able to get a hand on the ball, but couldn't keep it in bounds. Long pass down to Flanagan. Flanagan's gonna drive. She's gonna lose the ball out of bounds. I think Kelley calling for a foul. I'm gonna argue and say she literally put her hand straight up in the air to play defense. Well done by McNulty to avoid the foul and get the turnover. Jones on the drive again. Ball over to Carpenter. She's going to drive in.
Come on, Evan.
Shot is missed. Rebound comes to Fontenette. Oh, that's a nice looking pass. That's a very nice pass from Geary to Flanagan for 2 points. 33-21. Eagles having a little bit of a problem on offense, getting anything going. 1 point in the first 4 minutes of this second half. At the same time, they're having a bit of an offensive deficit. You're seeing some shots and some nice passes go in for the Bulldogs. 4:07 left in the third quarter. 33-21, Eagles down. Be right back. And thank you goes out to those who make all of this possible. One of the groups that has made this possible at Fort Bend Christian for us to have a class and the equipment that we have and be able to do these broadcasts is the Eagle Booster Club. For the last 8 or 9 years now, they've been investing money to help us get the equipment we need. We're appreciative of the Eagle Booster Club. Couldn't do this without them. Moon on the drive, lays it off to Olsen. Olsen's going to shoot about a 7-footer and make it. There's the first basket of the second half. Maybe the Eagles get rolling now. Looks like a full court, just man-to-man press right now. Just putting some pressure on them, trying to get something rolling. That shot was missed, but it is knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Flanagan will take it out of bounds for the Dogs. Okay, that was no shot because of 3 seconds, but I'll tell you what, that's a nice looking shot. She is warming up. Flanagan is warming up. It's a nice step back, about a 17, 18-footer. Moon off the pick by McAnulty. Dribbling around. She's going to drive in, take a bank shot. Miss about an 8-footer. Rebound falls to the hands of Olsen. Finally back over to Moon on the right. Back into McAnulty. She's going to take a 7-footer. She misses it. Naomi Jones rebounds. Ella Olsen, she got fouled. She got fouled on her shot. Olsen will have 2. Couple of good offensive rebounds there by the Eagles. Down by 10 with 3 minutes left in the third. Certainly not late, but I'd like to see an offensive burst here at Fort Bend Christian. Nice free throw by Olsen. Got Mays coming back in, and Jones will get a rest. Mays, Moon, Olsen, McAnulty, and Peschel in the game. 2 good free throws by Ella. I don't know if I mentioned, Ella also is a broadcaster. That's right, we got 3 members of the broadcast team on this girls varsity. Glad to have them. Steal by McAnulty, and she's just going to dribble the ball up. And she's, well, yeah, you hear the groans and the screams. Well, you know that if you call an absolutely perfect game as a referee and make one mistake, you know you'll get called out for it. That's probably not a good call, as that ball was hit by a defender. Eagles still call for a travel. Flanagan's jumper misses. This is Mays with a rebound. She finds McAnulty running down the court, and that is your center. That is your center sprinting down the court, grabbing the ball, one dribble, and softly laying it up with the left hand for a basket. 33-27. And Peschel just plays good defense by staying in front of Geary, and Geary ends up dribbling the ball out of bounds. The coach is arguing that it should have been a blocking foul, but I disagree on that one. All Peschel was doing was staying in front of her. She's running right along with her. She has a right to that space. Moon with the ball. Off the pick by McAnulty. Moon finds McAnulty, who lays it up and in. 11 points now for Brooke McAnulty, including the last 2 baskets. 4-point lead by the ball. Oh, how about that? How about that move? That is number 4, Bacon. Got to hold that ball, toss it off the backboard. Nice move. Good thought by Olivia Moon that time. Couldn't quite find Brooke. Ends up being a turnover. Another pull-up by Flanagan. She's got 2 more. She is having a solid game all around. Leading scorer. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs, and that's going to end up being a turnover. A double dribble by Moon. (37-29), the lead back up to 8. As Fontenette inbounding it into Flanagan. Bulldogs will set up again. That is a nice looking shot by Fontenette. I tell you, the shooting averages are going up in the second half, especially for the Bulldogs. Ella Olsen on the drive. That's a nice drive. She's going to get 2 more foul shots. As the 6th foul this half is committed. And we're just 51 seconds left in the third. So Eagles are in the bonus now. That foul's on Flanagan, her 2nd foul. Olsen shooting 2. That one rattles in. 3 subs in for the Eagles. That's Carpenter, Jones, and Shell. 3 starters back in. Taking a seat, Moon, Mays, and Peschel. Olsen with 1 more foul shot to go. That one just a little bit long. She's made 3 out of her last 4. Got the ball back somehow. Shell finds Jones on the side. Jones drives the baseline, misses a shot. And you're gonna have a travel before that mugging that took place inside the lane. Coach Tamika Brown calling on the Eagles. Get up and pressure. Make them work for every inch of floor they get. That appears to be what the Eagles are doing. And I don't know if they're going to have much left at the end of this game, but they are going 100% all the way up and down the floor. That foul is going to be called on McNulty, a blocking foul. That is, I believe, her 3rd foul. Only the 2nd for the Eagles in this half. 39-30. There's a deep shot by Flanagan, and she's going to get fouled by Shell. Shell, just a freshman, starting point guard for the Eagles. Showing some grit. Taking a lot of pressure today. First free throw is missed by Flanagan. Second free throw missed. And she went after the rebound aggressively, and she's going to run over Shell, who had the ball. She's going to get her 3rd foul. As is the 7th foul, so we're going to have a 1-on-1. The entire rest of the game for the Eagles will be shooting foul shots for every foul. One and one. Just off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Bacon. Ball finds its way to Flanagan, as it typically does. She takes a 10-footer, misses it. McNulty another rebound. Eagles could not get a shot off there as the clock winds down. So the Eagles face a deficit now of 9 points, 39-30, with 8 minutes left to play. We'll be right back with the 4th quarter. Here we are ready for the fourth quarter. Eagles need an offensive burst. Scored 10 points in that third quarter. They need to gain 9 at least in this fourth quarter. Here is Shell dribbling, and well, the ball finds its way out of bounds. Want to say hello to the Carpenter family in Michigan. They're always watching Evans games. Might even be lucky enough to have Evans' brother Cohen watching. Cohen used to play football here at Fort Bend Christian. Three-pointer by Geary. She gets another one. Tell you, they are shooting the lights out here in the second half. Nice pass into Jones. Can't get the angle on the shot. Evan Carpenter with another 2. 10-point lead, 42-32. Here's Geary for another 3, and she's going to get fouled that time by Jones. There's where the aggression can hurt you. She wanted to stop her from getting that 3 off. Geary, number 23 for the Bulldogs, apparently no conscience at all when it comes to threes. When she's feeling it, man, she's just one dribble or 15 dribbles, doesn't matter. She's going to step up to the line and try to knock one down. All right, Brooklyn. Shots are missed. McNulty with another rebound. It's going to be a travel call on Olsen. They have called that pretty tight tonight. Missed a couple maybe, but 3 referees, hard to get away with the travel. Here's Flanagan this time with a 3-pointer. Long rebound goes over to Bacon. There's a travel, this time by the Bulldogs. The Eagles will get the ball back. So Coach Brown and Coach Brown looking for a solution to find the right offensive combination. Amber Hayes getting ready to come back into the game. Ball is stolen away by Geary. And she's going to be fouled. Keep her from getting the layup. Foul is by Shell. Two free throws for Geary. First one just missed. Amber Hayes comes in. See, Shell will get a rest. You got Hayes, Olsen, McNulty, Carpenter, and Jones in the game. The Eagles need some offense. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Evan Carpenter drives all the way to the basket. I believe that's a coast-to-coast move. Old Magic Johnson. Get the ball on the inbounds, drive it all the way down the court, make your layup. Knocks it down to a 9-point lead. Amber Hayes ends up with the steal, finds Ella Olsen. Olsen's going to have it blocked, but she's going to be fouled by, looks like the player in front of her. But the foul was called on Geary. Her second foul. 8th foul of the half so far. Ella Olsen will have a one-on-one. No, I'm sorry, that's a 2-shot foul. Just misses the first one. Well, even the missed free throws have still looked pretty sharp. McNulty's going to get a quick break with 5.5 left. Girardi comes back in. And Fontenette comes back into the game for the Bulldogs. Nice shot by Olsen on the second one. Eagles down by 8 points now. Needing a run. Fontenot with the ball at the point. Evan Carpenter with a push. And she went for the steal. That's going to be the 6th foul on the Eagles. So not yet in the bonus. Just under 5.5 left. Evan Carpenter will get her last break as Olivia Moon enters the game again. Layup missed by Flanagan. Ball's being knocked around. Ella Olsen with it. She's going to drive all the way down the floor. Try to hand it off to Girardi. Instead, it ends up in the hands of Hayes. Finds it over to Jones. She's going to drive baseline and make a layup. She's been driving baseline all night long. She got that layup in. It's 43-37. 5 minutes left. Eagles need to gain another 6. That's going to be a foul by Girardi. She was not straight up that time. It's going to be called on the shot, so a 2-shot foul. Shot just off the front of the rim, so 43-37 is where we're at. 4:52 left. That one just missed. Rebounded by Girardi. Out to Jones. Jones finds Hayes on the other side. Hayes throws it, unfortunately, to the Bulldogs. A little bit of chaos right here. Finally ends up in the hands of the Bulldogs. Doctor lost the ball. Eagles grabbed it, and then we got a timeout called. We got a boys game following this one. For the boys game, you'll have a couple of our finest on the microphones, a couple of our students. This is a student-run broadcast. This is the first time I've had to step in to the microphone this year. This is one of those makeup games which was not on the schedule, so happy to have you along tonight. Happy to have that Carpenter family from Michigan, where I'm sure there's plenty of snow on the ground. Beaumont Kelley enters the floor. 4.5 left. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Ella Olsen inbound it to Olivia Moon. You've got Jones, Hayes, and Girardi on the floor for the Eagles. Ball finds over to Hayes in the corner. Back over to Moon. You're going to get a 3-second call. Turnover, Eagles. And now Coach Tamika Brown will try to get her starters back in once they get a little bit of a rest. Catch their breath, get some water. Good defense by the Eagles. And I think you're going to have a foul called. They did. They called a foul on Ella Olsen. I thought they just set out of bounds, but foul called. And that is the 7th on the Eagles. 8th on the Eagles, the 2nd on Olsen. You got a 1-on-1. Could work in your favor if the Bulldogs aren't able to make their shots. Fontenette makes the first one. All net. Good looking shot. 44-37. Haven't had a lot of movement on the score in the last couple of minutes. McAnulty tries to rip the rebound down, but instead I think we have a foul. Nope, we just got it out of bounds instead. Not really sure why we don't have a foul, but it's been a little bit kind of back and forth in his third and fourth quarter on the foul calls, but either way, it's about even. Bulldogs have the ball, 4 minutes left now. Timeout called by the Kelley Bulldogs. We're going to see either one of the better comebacks we've ever had in girls basketball. That's what we're hoping for. A couple of big shots coming for the Eagles. 4 minutes left, 44-37. We'll be right back. Right back to the action. Eagles are going to start right here with Moon, Olsen, Jones, Carpenter, and McNulty. So your 4 of your starters out there, along with Moon, to run the point. Kelley inbounds it. Goes back to Flanagan. About a 10-foot shot. Taken by Doctor. She missed it, but the Eagles end up fumbling the ball out of bounds. Ball was not fumbled by the Eagles, however. Got the wrong call on that one. The Eagles get it back, and unfortunately there's a pass a little bit too hard. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Eagles for the Bulldogs. Olsen defending, and she's going to cause a turnover. Good hustle. Moon's going to leave now for Shell to come back in. So now you've got your starting 5 back on the floor. Two seniors, junior, sophomore, and a freshman on the floor right now for the Eagles. Jones grabs it. Having a night right now, driving, and she's going to drive again. Ball is tipped a little bit. It's going to be called a jump ball. The ball's going to go back to Blue. He drove the lane, took a bit of a bump. No foul called. Jump ball. And with a good defense by Shell, Doctor couldn't get the ball in bounds, had to throw it off Shell's legs. Beaumont Kelley keeps it. Loses the ball out of bounds. Eagles getting some unforced errors in their favor. Now they need to put the basket in. Down by 7, 3.5 left. Ball worked all the way around, but finds Jones. Over to Carpenter. Carpenter looking, waiting. Evan Carpenter drives it in and finally takes a shot, and she's going to get fouled. 2 shots. I don't think that was the offensive play call, but nothing else was working. So Carpenter gets the drive, gets 2 fouls, or 2 foul shots. That's a 9th foul on the Bulldogs. The Eagles have 8 in this half. First shot made. Eagles have knocked down some foul shots. Second foul shot, just off the rim. McAnulty working for a rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. More pressure coming by the Eagles. They have got to be tired. Doing an excellent job on defense. Full court pressure, plus man-to-man and zone, and a trap. And you're going to have a block called by on McAnulty as Doctor drove to the basket again. Ninth foul on the Eagles. 2 shots coming for Doctor. First one is missed.
Got a rebound. Got to block out. Let's go, Eagles.
Not bad at all as far as the crowd size for, like we said, an unannounced makeup game. McAnulty rebounds his second one and just out of bounds. She was fighting 2 Bulldogs for it. The ball goes off of her hands. Bulldogs retain possession. Ella Olsen trying to get the steal from Flanagan. That's a double dribble. More pressure by the Eagles. There have been some years. There have been some years where we haven't put this kind of defensive pressure on, so we get to the end of the game, and here we are down by 6 points. We need 6, and so defensively we can't do anything. We can't get the ball back. Well, that is not going to be the case this year. Might have been a block right there, but not called. Good job by McAnulty to stop the rebound, or the shot. Eagles with the ball now. Jones coming down with it. Unable to find somebody down towards the basket. Fairly sure every single person in the gym is yelling for all the Eagles to pass it down low, and they just weren't able to find. That little bit of pressure by the Bulldogs is causing the Eagles to not get their heads up. We are at 44-38. A couple minutes left in this game. We'll be right back. Eagles with the ball. Need a couple quick baskets. 2 minutes and 1 second left in the game. Good drive. And it's going to be a blocking foul. That's going to be the 10th foul on the Bulldogs. I mean, Shell's going to get 2 shots right here. And we found somebody with only 1 foul in the game. Bacon gets that foul called on her. Her first foul of the game. First foul shot is missed. Second one coming up for Shell. And there's going to be a foul called on Shell as Eagles putting more pressure. That's going to be their 10th foul. Third foul on Shell. So 2 shots for the Bulldogs. Looks like Doctor at the line. makes the first one. That makes this a 7-point lead. This is the second one. Evan Carpenter rebounds. Out of dribbling, hands it off to Shell. She drives, looks inside to McNulty. She gets fouled and makes a basket. That's the kind of movement we need. Brooks' first basket in a while. Eagles found her down low. She knows what to do with it. Basket and a foul.
And if we come back from this, that ain't nothing but Jesus himself.
5-point lead. Free throw just off the mark. Ella Olsen tries to get a rebound. Instead, we're going to have it knocked out by the Bulldogs. Eagle ball. Olsen finds McNulty inside. There's the delay of game warning on the Bulldogs for reaching across the line to try to tip that pass. Olsen to inbound. Ball is tipped. It goes back into the hands of Olsen, and it's going to be Bulldog ball. 1:35 left. 5-point lead. Inbound to Doctor. She's going to drive. She's going to take a 17-footer, and she's going to miss it. Kind of doing us a little bit of a favor. With the 5-point lead, a minute and a half left, the coach is telling you we need to waste some time before you take those shots. She's been aggressive all game long. Hard to pull her back now. Olsen on the right-hand side. Pick. Oh, they're going to call a foul on McNulty's pick. That's a tough one. That's tough to take. She's been setting picks all night long, and she got that one called. That is going to be her 5th foul. She has fouled out of the game, our biggest offensive weapon. It's an offensive foul call. This is a steal right here by Naomi Jones. She's going to get a basket and a foul. We're going to close this lead to 3 with the free throw to come. This game has gotten a bit crazy.
What'd I say? Come on, man, take your time,
45-42 with the free throw right here. 1:08 left in this game. Eagle pressure coming up big again. That free throw's good. 45-43. Ball inbounded by the Bulldogs. This is Geary dribbling it up. Chaotic defense by the Eagles. Stolen by Amber Hayes. Ball gets stolen back by Doctor. They're going to be happy now to run some time off the clock. 37 seconds left. Drive by Flanagan, makes a layup. Eagles need to get down the floor. Here comes Shell. She's going to go all the way in for a layup. Misses off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Bulldogs, 20 seconds left. And Doctor doesn't pull it out. She goes right at the basket and gets a foul called by Olsen. She's going to get 2 shots. 17 seconds left. This is a 4-point game. Eagles might need a little bit more than a miracle right now, but they've made a pretty good comeback in the last 3 or 4 minutes. First shot by Doctor. Makes it. Tell you, both teams doing a very good job from the line tonight. Second shot just missed, rebounded by Carpenter. Here we go, 5-point lead. Ball is off Beaumont Kelley. Eagles have an inbounds with 10 seconds left. And a timeout by Coach Tamika Brown. Tight one here at the Eagles' nest. Very, very good crowd. Love having about 100 people here to watch the game. a makeup game from last Friday. Could not play because the Eagles football team was busy winning their very first football state championship. A lot of success so far this year for Eagles athletics. Our volleyball team made it to the final game, lost in the very final game of the state championships. Football winning, cross-country district championship, I believe. Basketball and soccer just getting started. Take a moment to say a thank you to the admin here at Fort Bend Christian Academy. Not many schools will take a chance on a broadcast program. Broadcast class right now has 15 students. It is a fine arts class here at Fort Bend Christian Academy. Almost every one of our broadcasts is student run. You just have to listen to my voice on this one. Don't worry, we'll get the heroes in for your next game. Ella Olson into inbound. Here is Carpenter. Step back three-pointer. Ball was tipped a little bit. Shell gets the rebound. Ball is knocked out to Beaumont Kelley, and that's how the game is going to end. That was a very, very solid game. And this kind of a loss this early in the year, you never want it. You never, ever want it. But if you're going to lose a game like this, lose it hustling, diving around the floor, playing good defense, rebounding. Girls did an excellent job. We're going to keep things running here because in approximately 10 minutes, you're going to have the boys varsity taking the court against the Beaumont Kelley Bulldogs boys varsity team. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, ready for game number 2 tonight. Boys varsity basketball. Beaumont Kelley Bulldogs here against your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles. Like we mentioned in the girls game, this is a makeup game from last Friday night as the Eagles varsity football team was winning a state championship. So we moved the game to today. Don't worry, you got a couple of our best student broadcasters on their way. They played the girls game, and now you're going to have Evan Carpenter and Ella Olson are going to come out here and take over the microphone as soon as they're done with the coach. Blake Scott misses in early for the Eagles. Beaumont Kelley off the rim. Their first shot. Blake Scott with the rebound. Tosses that out to senior Jaden Ariza. Over to Eddie Vidal. Eagles working the ball around well. Ariza for 3. Knocks it down. There you go. First points of the game goes to one of your seniors. That's Jaden Ariza with a 3. Eagles lead early. Number 5 just off the rim. Misses. Ball's knocked out to Ariza. Ariza driving it through. Finding Noah Benny. He'll take his 3. He'll knock it down. 2 threes, 2 baskets by the Eagles, 6-0.
Stay connected to him.
Number 10 is going to shoot his 3. He misses. Blake Scott gets another rebound.
Oh, save it. Good save.
Nice job by Noah Benny to save that ball into Ariza. He's going to get fouled on his pass attempt. Fast action to start this game off. Girls got a loss in their game earlier, but it was an excellent, well-played game. Benny over to Blake Scott. His corner 3 is missed. Number 12, this is a run and gun. It's a 2-point shot for number 12. (6-2) Eagles. That ball's knocked around. Finally found down low. That's Ryan Welch. He gets his first 2. Eagles up 8-2. And these guys are like Loyola Marymount. They just throw the ball. There's no shot clock on tonight. No, sir. Back down to Welch. Oh, that's just rolls off the front of the rim and misses. Beaumont Kelley now with the break. That shot is missed. Benny with the rebound. Stolen away by 32. He's going to get an easy 2 from a steal. Full court press now applied. And ball is tipped and stolen away.
Come on.
Shot is missed. Rebound comes out to number 12. He's going to take a 10-footer. He's going to miss. Noah Benny rebounds. Bounces it out to Blake Scott. Ball is lost out of bounds. Fast action again in this game, just like there was in the last game. The girls' game. Eight to 4, Eagles early lead. This is point guard, number 5, Hernandez for Kelley. He's gonna drive. It's gonna be kicked around a couple of times. 17-foot shot taken, missed.
Good rebound. Good shot.
That's Weaver with the rebound. Ball finds Noah Benny. He's going to take a 3-pointer and miss. Eagles and Bulldogs are running and gunning. And I've got some good news for you. The announcers have arrived. We're going to take a second, watch some video, watch these two as they get ready to get set up. We'll be right back.
And we are back. My name is Evan Carpenter. I'm joined with Ella Olson right here. Going to be commentating your game tonight. And just coming off of the girls' game, a tough loss. However, going into this game, we're looking for a really good matchup right here. Just looking forward to everything that's going to happen.
Number 11, Ryan Welch, with the free throws. For 12 for Beaumont Kelley.
You should have like 10 points right now.
Back out to number 20. Beaumont Kelley will reset up their offense. Number 12 drives and just comes up short. Out on Beaumont Kelley.
Yeah, right there. We see a really good zone defense from our Eagles, kind of stopping that ball from penetrating the lane. Just a great effort for the Eagles on defense.
Jude Weaver with the layup. That will be out on number 20 for Fort Bend Christian, Dorian Johnson.
So far, score 12-10 Eagles with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first quarter.
Pass into number 20, back to number 12. And that's a steal by number 11, Ryan Welch. Long pass to number 1. And Jude Weaver will put 2 points on the board for the Eagles.
I would love to say Jana Rise has some great court vision on that play right there, being able to see Jude Weaver on the other side of the court just to get that great shot off.
Straight up, Dorian. Stay straight up.
And that'll be a foul on the Eagles with 2 shots for Beaumont Kelley. Number 12 put a point on the board. Another free throw by number 12. Number 13, Blake Scott will throw the ball in. To number 0, Sean White.
Really good defense by the Beaumont Kelley right there, trapping number 4, Sean Jimmy Ducksworth, right in the corner. And it really just, it kind of got their offense started now going into this next possession.
Number 2, Jaden Ariza tries to bounce it off number 4, but it will be unsuccessful, and it will be Beaumont Kelley's ball at the baseline. Number 40 will come up short for the layup and back out to number 4. Tipped off the hands of number 12.
No, I gotta say, Beaumont Kelley has a lot of athleticism on their team right here. Just obviously we saw that shot with number 40, able to get up really high for that shot. And the rest of the team is able to get to those balls. Obviously in that last pass right there, wasn't able to get to that one. But overall, just a very athletic team that the Eagles have to deal with tonight.
Number 2, Daniel Reza with the pass to Dorian Johnson. He'll be out on Beaumont Kelley with Eagles at the baseline. Pass to Jaden Ariza, back to Jude Weaver. Blake Scott with the rebound, back to Jude Weaver with the 3-pointer.
Great shot by Jude Weaver. If you don't make it once, get it twice. And that's what we see right there. Jude Weaver putting 3 points on the board. Eagles leading 17-12.
The long pass to number 20 by number 12. Back to number 12, and he will drive, and he will get that foul to go to the three-point line.
We're going to reward him for being completely out of control.
That'll be a violation on number 12, the shooter. And he will be successful for this point with Beaumont Kelley with 13, Eagles 17.
Yeah, let's go. Golly.
Eagles taking the ball out. Noah Benny will sub in for number 0, Sean Jimmy Ducksworth. Pass to Dorian Johnson, back to Jaden Ariza. He will give it to Jude Weaver, number 1. Will come up just short of that three-pointer. And Noah Benny with the foul.
Yeah, Jude Weaver, just a great guard on the outside, someone really reliable that you can always pass to. And I'm pretty sure point guard Jaden Ariza, senior here for the Fort Bend Christian Eagles, really does see that, and he's got to use it to the best of his ability.
Noah Benny putting a point on the board for the Eagles. Noah Benny will put up 2 points for the Eagles. The score is 19-13. Eagles up.
Noah Benny is one of those underclassmen players that he's just true underdog, and you love to see him get out there, just play his hardest out there. The other night, he scored about 35 points on the game, which is a great feat for such a young athlete.
Number 23 for Beaumont Kelley. A couple moments ago, just made the layup. Jude Weaver passes to Blake Scott, who will drive the lane. Pass it out to Dorian Johnson with the rebound.
Good job, Dorian. Way to work.
And the putback.
Great passing by the Eagles right there, really taking advantage of that court vision that they all have and passing that ball around, something you really like to see with the team.
Steal by Jaden Ariza. Passes to Blake Scott.
Stop ball. Stop ball.
Number 12 for Beaumont Kelley with the steal. The long shot, but will come up just short.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. Score 21-15 Eagles. Just a great turnout so far. Just with that first quarter, we see a lot with the offense, just moving around, getting that ball moving. Something really important just to get that defense moving as well, because that's one of the keys to this sport is if you can get that defense moving as an offensive player, you can really penetrate in and get that score. So, Ella, what do you think are some things that Eagles could be working on right now, as you've seen so far with how they've been playing?
I think for the Eagles, they just really need to just look at passing inside to their post players, where they're getting most of their points with their rebounds and their putbacks, but also looking at those wide open three-point shots.
Exactly, like we've seen those post shots with Dorian Johnson. He's been putting those balls up, ready to get them on the backboard. And then also Jude Weaver with that outside shot, taking advantage of those outside opportunities. That's what's going to really seal this game for the end of the night. And with that, Eagles are coming out of the quarter timeout, going into the second quarter, leading Beaumont Kelley.
It'll be Beaumont Kelley's ball on the sideline. Number 12 receives the pass from number 10. Pass to number 4 with a skip pass to number 3. back to 12. Number 5, Eduardo Vidal with the rebound. That'll be off the foot of the Eagles with the steal for number 32, Beaumont Kelley, and he will get the layup. And that'll be a steal for number 4, Beaumont Kelley. And a fail layup attempt, and that long pass to Jude Weaver for number 1. Easy pass to Eduardo Vidal for 2 points on the board. Number 32 goes into the lane, and he will get fouled, and that'll leave Beaumont Kelley on the baseline.
One thing I'd like to point out is the Beaumont Kelley press defense that's happening. Obviously, like I said before, a very athletic team, and so when they're getting out for that press defense, they can move really well and intercept those Eagle passes for their advantage.
Number 10 taking the ball out for Beaumont Kelley will find number 12. Puts up a three-pointer, but will come up just short. Noah Benny with the rebound. Pushing it up the floor, looking for number 2, Jaden Ariza, who will get fouled.
Jane Ariza going up for 2 on the free throw line. Just like to mention, obviously, like I said before, senior at Fort Bend Christian Academy, been on varsity for the 4 years he's been here. Also the other night scoring 49 points, which is a great feat for any player. So he's definitely a key player that we would love to look out for this game as well. Just the way he moves with the ball, the way he passes it, the way he shoots, everything is something you need to take a note of with Jane Ariza.
Number 11, Ryan Welch, and for number 20, Dorian Johnson. Jaden Ariza will miss his free throw, giving Beaumont Kelley opportunity to push it up the floor. Number 5, looking for number 12 on that skip pass. Back out to 23, back to 5, who will take that three-point shot. Will miss. Jaden Ariza pushes up the floor, looking for number 11, Ryan Welch, but a little too much on that pass. Number 5 for Beaumont Kelley takes it up the floor. Looking for number 12.
Guys, we got to rotate back. Be there when they catch it.
That'll be a layup for number 32, Beaumont Kelley.
Yeah, great up and under by number 32 for Beaumont Kelley. Well, I would just like to point him out a little bit. He's having a very athletic night tonight, being very scrappy and having a great hustle mentality right now, just going for each ball and going for that basket.
Number 5, Beaumont Kelley with the steal. Jude Weaver looking for number 2, Jaden Ariza. Easy pass to Noah Benny with an easy 2 points.
Better play, Jay.
Let's go, Eagles!
D up. Stay, Jay. There you go.
Pass to number 32. Who will drive, but will come up short. And that will be Beaumont Kelley's ball at the baseline.
Yeah, great defensive coverage on the outside by Eagles, kind of closing off that three-point line from any shots going up. However, you do have to watch out for those inside driving lanes because there's only so much the post can defend if all the guards are on the outside defense, so you got to be careful of that.
It's a great steal by Noah Benny. Layup by Jaden Ariza.
And also looking down, Eagles' transition offense right here has been great for the past 2 or 3 possessions. This communication between Jane Ariza and Noah Benny has been great so far.
Good steal by number 5 for the Eagles.
Oh, come on! Golly!
And that'll be 2 more points on the board for the Eagles. Eagles 30, Beaumont Kelley 19.
And with the Beaumont Kelley timeout, I get a little break so far. Eagles still leading. A lot to see. So far, we've seen a couple things. Obviously, we've seen what most notably from the Eagles is their transition offense has been benefiting them so well. And like I said before, Jaden Ariza and Noah Benny have really been connecting with those passes, whether it may be Benny to Ariza or Ariza to Benny. They've been continually just looking for that down pass just to get an easy layup. And that's what's really going to get that momentum going into their offense. And the same thing goes for the Beaumont Kelley defense. They just got to lock down right there and get people back in order to stop that penetration.
Pass to number 5 will be deflected and passed up the floor by the Eagles to Jaden Ariza with another layup.
Go. Good job on the back end, Eddie.
Number 5 brings it up the court for Beaumont Kelley.
Hand up.
Good pass up the floor by Noah Benny to Jude Weaver with another 2 points.
Defense, let's go. D up. D up. D up.
Good defense by the
D
Eagles.
up. Go to it.
Kelley passes to number 5,
Be there.
back to number
Be
32,
there.
back to 5.
Corner.
Shot from number 3. We put 3 points on the board for Beaumont Kelley as the Eagles pass it up the floor. That attempt will be unsuccessful as Beaumont Kelley, number 12, dribbles up the floor.
Yeah, just something to take note of. The Eagles defense has really been packing in a little bit, playing very tight. Obviously, they're very aware of number 32, just a great defensive post or offensive post player. So they've been trying to pack in on the paint really easily, just to get that, just to make sure that he doesn't get any points off. Obviously, like we just saw right there, it does leave for some outside shots.
Number 23, Beaumont Kelley with the 3-pointer. Number 3 with the layup.
Come to the ball. Go. Fire the ball right there.
Number 13, Blake Scott will pass it up the floor to number 2, Jaden Ariza. Drew Weaver
Rebound.
will come up just short of that 3-pointer. And number 13, Blake Scott, will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Blake Scott, one of our post players for the Eagles, has been a great star past couple of years for Fort Bend Christian Academy. He's been really working right at the rim, just trying to get shots back up. He's been a great asset to the team.
Come on, Blake. Come on, Blake. Put it on, babe. Come on. Let's go. There you go. There you
And
go.
Blake Scott will put a point on the board for the Eagles. Number 5 pushes it up the floor with a pass to 12.
D up. D up.
He's looking for number 10 with the layup. Number 13, Blake Scott, looking for Ryan Welch, but will not be successful for that pass.
Yeah, right there. It's just a little bit of miscommunication on that. Blake Scott looking for Ryan Welch to cut towards the baseline. However, just a little miscommunication. Wasn't able to get that point across right when he needed it, so it led to a turnover.
Number 3 with the rebound for Beaumont Kelley. Number 12 gets the rebound again with another shot, but will come up just short. That'll be Eagles ball.
Yeah, one thing the Eagles have to be very careful of is that the majority of the Beaumont Kelley points right now are all these inside drives and all these easy layups. So you just got to pack the paint and be aware of those things.
That'll be a travel on number 4 for Beaumont Kelley,
Guys, don't leave your feet
giving the
to
Eagles
pass.
the ball.
Don't leave your feet to pass.
Number 11 throws it into the side from the sideline to Jaden Ariza. We'll push it up the floor to number 1. Blake Scott with the shot, but it will come up just short. Dorian with that backside rebound, he will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, right there, I want to point out that Ryan Welch is such an opportunity maker. Obviously, he was right at the three-point line, drove in, and he looked to pass out, really just giving his teammates the ability to get shots off and get the points that they need. Maybe he may not have the best shot, but he definitely knows that his teammates will.
Come on, Dorian. Friendly round. Deep breath.
Both of those free throws will come up just short by Dorian Johnson as number 12 for Beaumont. Kelley is in possession of the ball, and he will drive through the lane and will go to the free throw line.
You have to give a shout out to number 12 for Beaumont. He's been really hustling, and he's trying to get those shots up. His past couple shots have not been able to fall. However, he's continually doing that, and the only way to make shots is to take them. So he's really just putting that practice into action right there.
That'll be a point on the board for Beaumont Kelley, with the Eagles only with a 5-point lead. Another made shot by number 12 as Jaden Ariza pushes it up the floor to number 1, Jude Weaver. Pass to Ryan Welch. Pass to Jaden Ariza, back to Ryan Welch, but will be deflected, and Jude Weaver looking for Dorian Johnson, but it's unsuccessful as he puts it back up for an and 1.
Yeah, very good work by Jude Weaver right there. And as you saw, there's a lot of ball movement happening, but he was able to maintain his composure and take his way to the rack and just get that point up and get that and 1.
Good shot by Jude Weaver. Beaumont Kelley throws it in with the steal pass from number 11, Ryan Welch. Jude Weaver takes a three-pointer, and that will go in, giving the Eagles a 10-point lead with 55 seconds to go as Beaumont Kelley gets another layup. Good pass by Dorian Johnson to Ryan Welch, who will come up just short of the layup, but Dorian Johnson will put it back. Number 12 driving the lane.
Get the ball!
Number 10 with the rebound.
Eagle defense right now trying to push the offense a little bit, get them to do what they want, get them to move a little bit quicker than they would like to. And I think that's it's working well for them so far. Shots have been going up, and they haven't been the best shots. So that Eagle defense is really benefiting off their tactics right now.
Number 20, Dorian Johnson, fouling number 10 as he will miss his first free throw as the Eagles take a timeout.
Yeah, so far, lots to see. Eagle offense right now doing very well with being able to keep their eyes up and see the opportunities that they're able to have. Great ball movement to get the best pass and best shot possible. And then when you look at the Beaumont Kelley offense, they're once again looking to get those people on the inside to get them up to the rack just to get that shot off. However, they do have some key players like number 40 and number 12 who are willing to take those shots from the outside.
Number 10 for Beaumont, Kelley, will miss his free throw. And it'll be Beaumont Kelley's ball on the baseline. Shot by number 10. Will come up to short, and that'll be the end of the half.
Yeah, so far, just a lot to see. Beaumont Kelley coming in strong with those shots coming in, obviously looking for that pass to the post. Really going to benefit off of those a lot. And then also looking to your Eagles offense, they've been moving that ball around, trying to get those open shot opportunities. Obviously, we've been seeing great performances from Jude Weaver tonight, hitting down a couple threes, and just some great playmaking by Jay and Arise as well, getting the ball moving around and getting the best opportunity available. So as with that, we're going to be going into the halftime, and we will be taking a little break, and we'll be right back. And we are coming back from halftime. Score right now, 43-33. Eagles leading right now. And just like I said before we ended out the half, there's a lot to see right here. And this may be the comeback moment for the Beaumont Kelley Bulldogs right here, taking this opportunity just to refine their defense and really lock down those outside shots from the Eagles, and then also go inside and get those easy layups and those good shots from mid-range. However, when we're looking on the Eagle side of the ball, we have a lot to see as well. Eagles, if they continue with their transition offenses, they're going to get a lot of points out of that. And if they continue to lock down on defense, deny that middle, and look out for those mid-range shots by the Beaumont Kelley, then we'll be able to make the most of this game and get the most out of this half as well. So we're just continually looking for those different advantages that each team has as we go into the second half.
And it'll be Eagles ball on the sideline to start the offense for the third quarter. With a pass to Jaden Ariza and take it up the floor. Pass to Eddie Vidal. We'll go to the free throw line with a chance to put up 2 points for the Eagles.
Yeah, Eduardo Duvall, just a great player, great post player for the Eagles. Always, he's definitely a big body you can always trust there at the post. And definitely when it goes to these crunch time moments, whenever you do need to get a ball up, it's Eddie that you really want to get out there. He can always just make his way around the rim and get those shots up.
Number 5, Eduardo Vidal, making his second free throw. Eagles up by 11.
Good job, Eddie. Good job, Eddie.
With good defense by Eddie, and the Bulldogs will take it into the lane with a pass back out to number 10. Number 12 with the jump shot will put up 2 points for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, 12 getting that good shot off, but also great versatility from Eduardo Duvall, playing great defense, being able to move quick, especially for a post player, making the most of that situation right there, and really just locking down that offensive player. So great work by Eduardo Duvall.
Number 5 for Beaumont Kelley takes it up the floor. Pass to number 12. He will drive in with another jump shot. He will make his second. Jaden Ariza with the pass to Noah Benny. Passes it up the floor to Blake Scott. Noah Benny puts up the 3. It'll bounce off the rim. Beaumont Kelley rebounds and takes it up the floor. And that'll be Eagles ball on the sideline.
Yeah, great defensive pressure by Jaden Ariza on that play, kind of picking up that point guard right there. Put a little pressure on him, make him get that bad pass off and passing it off into the baseline.
Jaden Ariza taking it up the floor with the pass to Ryan Welch. Jaden Ariza with the 3.
Now that last play right there is the definition of a basketball team right there, working with each other, not against each other, passing that ball around to get the best shot possible, and we saw it right there with that great shot from Jaden Ariza.
Pass to number 13, Blake Scott. Will rebound his own layup and put it back up for 2 points. Number 5 finds number 3 wide open.
Rotate to him, hand up. There you did.
And that's a travel call on number 3 for Beaumont Kelley.
Yeah, great offensive possession right there. Obviously ending it in a turnover. However, just the way they moved the ball, especially with that great outside pass from number 5. Great ball movement from Beaumont Kelley.
The 3 from Eduardo Vidal.
Once again, Eduardo, versatile player, being able to shoot from the outside, go on the inside. He's able to do everything, really.
Great pass to number 32. And he will go to the free throw line.
Shot down there, Eddie. Good shot.
Number 32 misses his first free throw.
Another thing to take note of is that the Beaumont Kelley bench right now is very deep. However, with the Eagles bench, there is not too many players to sub in. So it just shows how hard the Eagles are working right now. Obviously, with so little subs compared to Beaumont Kelley, they're really pushing and they're really hustling to get this win tonight.
Long pass intended for number 13, Blake Scott. The Beaumont Kelley's ball. His number 12 takes it up the floor. Number 10 for the Bulldogs with that easy layup, putting up 2 points. Jane Ariza with that great pass to Blake Scott for the layup.
Yeah, Blake Scott definitely going up really strong. Is something that he's really good at doing is with when he had those post moves, he's able to take his body to the basket and get that ball up into the rim.
Number 3 for Beaumont Kelley with a three-pointer as Jane Ariza takes it into the lane. However, he will miss his free throw. It'll be Bulldogs ball at the baseline.
Yeah, Ryan Welch so far, 2 defensive possessions in a row. He's been able to stop the ball or at least get a hand on it. And that's something that even though you may not get a Beaumont Kelley turnover on it, it's great to have that defensive pressure.
It'll be a long pass to number 5. Takes it up the court, passes to number 10. Deflection by Jude Weaver.
Help, help. That's travel. Oh, my Lord.
And that will be an and 1 for number 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, once again, Beaumont Kelley looking to drive in and get those points at the rack. That's what's going to be essential to their offense right now, and that's what's going to decrease this 10-point lead that the Eagles have on them. And once again, when you go to the rack, especially with such a tight defense that the Eagles have, you're going to get fouled, and that's what's going to be the name of the game for the rest of the night. It's probably going to be is these shots taken at the free throw line.
Eagles only with a 9-point lead. With the pass to Jaden Ariza from Jude Weaver. Looking for Dorian Johnson. That'll be deflected. It'll be Eagles ball at the baseline. Blake Scott with the look to Jaden Ariza. Ryan Welch drives to the lane with that pass to Blake Scott for the 3.
Good save, Ryan.
Eagles rebound. Eagles rebound again.
There we go.
Good jump shot by Ryan Welch. Put the Eagles up.
Once again, that defense turning to offense with Ryan Welch. Great defensive possessions, getting a lot of offensive rebounds, and that really paid off for him as he was able to get that nice floater to land, getting him 2 points.
Or no, Carl. No. We got tipped out to Jay.
And then Jaden has to run.
And then Jay got left. Then he passed it to Ryan.
Number 5 for Beaumont Kelley at the free throw line. Sean Jimmy Duxworth subbed in for number 13, Blake Scott. for the Eagles.
Yeah, Sean, a two-way player for the Fort Bend Christian Academy team, playing both on JV and varsity. He is a great asset to have on the team, being able to work on the post and also just get that ball moving. He has been having an outstanding performance this season so far, so he's definitely a player that you want to be keep your eye out for the rest of the season.
The Eagles will call a timeout.
Guys, we got a break soon.
Yeah, with that, Eagles call timeout. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Score is 56-45. Eagles leading. And right now, you can only imagine what Coach Scott is talking about in the huddle. They've been seeing a lot of difficult trials that they have been going through, especially with the Beaumont defense, just getting that ball moving around. Obviously, they've had a great offensive possession the past couple times, but they really need to hone in on what they've been doing so far and get that offense continually moving.
Number 11, Ryan Welch, will throw it in for the Eagles. Looking to break this Beaumont Kelley press. Pass to Jude Weaver. And Sean Jimmy Ducksworth with the layup to put the Eagles up 2 points.
Let's go.
Pass to number 12. Beaumont Kelley will set up their offense. That'll be out on the Eagles for Bulldogs ball.
Yeah, great pickoff by Jude Weaver, unable to grab the ball with two hands. However, being able to tap that ball out of bounds is something that definitely helped the Eagles defense set up and get prepared for what the offense has to offer.
Number 4 will pass it back out to number 12. For number 3, who finds number 10 in the paint. But will go out of bounds, Eagles ball.
Yeah, very aggressive effort from the defense right there. Looking to grab that ball in any way possible. Obviously, starting off with the Jude Weaver's tap out, then we saw many different attempts to get the ball from Ryan and from Jaden Ariza right there at the bottom.
Number 13, Blake Scott, and for number 20, Dorian Johnson. It'll be Eagles ball at the baseline. Pass to Jaden Ariza, back to number 11, Ryan Welch.
Oh, go get it, Sean.
Number 23, Beaumont Kelley with the steal. Will not get that easy layup, but he will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, right there. Eagles had the ability to break that press right there. Obviously, with how to break a press in any easiest way is always to get that pass to the middle, and they got that from Blake Scott. However, they just wasn't able to finish that pass, and it led to a transition offense attempt for number 23. He wasn't unable to make it, but however, you got to remain composed and not being able to foul him. That's really just what's going to help you out most in the long run.
Number 3, Noah Benny subs in for number 11, Ryan Welch. As number 23 takes his second free throw.
Ball out of there. Dribble the ball.
Number 13, Blake Scott, dribbling the ball up the floor. Looking for Noah Benny, who will pass it out of bounds. It'll be Bulldogs ball. And that'll be a foul on number 1, Jude Weaver. The Bulldogs will go to the free throw line again.
Like I said earlier, this game is really just going to be a game of who can compose himself the most and be able to limit the other team's visits to the free throw line. Right there, number 12, able to take the ball from one side of the court to the other. You got to be able to compose yourself and be able to manage that that shouldn't be a problem in the first place. However, if it does get to that situation, you got to be able to play smart and not have to bring these fouls in.
The free throw made by number 12 for the Bulldogs as Eagles push up the floor.
Come on, boys.
That'll be a steal from number 20 for the Bulldogs. Rebound by Blake Scott. Looking up the floor to number 1, Jude Weaver. That'll be a foul on the Bulldogs for Eagles ball at the baseline.
Yeah, Jude Weaver just bringing that ball a little bit too low on that possession right there. Hands are easily able to grab to that, so you just always have to protect the ball first before anything else, and just something to keep in mind as he goes into the next possession.
Number 13, Blake Scott finds Noah Benny. Blake Scott will get that and one and go to the free throw line to hopefully make this a 13-point game. Beaumont Kelley's pass will be intercepted by number 1, Jude Weaver. Jaden Rising with that easy layup.
Yeah, being able to turn those shoulders to the basket and get that shot up, that's the best way to do it. Fundamentally sound. That is just what's going to get you the easiest points right there. Great work by Jane Ariza.
3-point attempt by number 4. Will bounce off the rim, and it will be Beaumont Kelley's ball out on the Eagles. Pass into number 12. Looking for number 20, who will travel. Eagles ball.
Yeah, right here, especially in this crunch time, it may only be the third quarter, however, each minute counts. So whenever you're in those tight possessions, you got to be able to manage the ball well. Right there, the ball is just not managed well, but however, they do have this next possession to make up for that.
Number 2, Jane Ariza. Looking for number 1, but number 20, Beaumont Kelley, will steal and make that easy basket. Jane Ariza looking for Eddie Vidal in the paint. Out on the Eagles, that'll be Bulldogs ball.
Yeah, something that Eagles really need to watch out for, and I'm sure something that Coach Scott is really taking note of is the constant turnovers that are being caused by the Eagles, or the Eagles are having with these passes. And I'm sure as we go into this fourth quarter with this break that we have, that is something that Coach Scott is definitely going to be talking about. How are we going to limit these turnovers, because it is definitely taking effect on the score of this game. And with that, speaking of score now is 63-52 with Eagles leading going into the fourth quarter. Once again, Ella, just looking at what we've seen so far, how both the offense and the defense for the Eagles has been playing, just where do you think the Eagles could step it up a little bit more just to maybe get themselves that advantage to maybe get some more points and really seal this game for them going into the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I just think the Eagles need to be more aggressive on the defensive side, not letting number 12 drive that lane like he's been doing. Like just at the end of the third quarter, he just made that easy jump shot just by driving into the lane. So I think they really need to be careful of that, and also looking for number 23 open on those threes, because he has been knocking them down.
Yeah, 23. Now that you mention him, he's definitely been a standout player for this second half so far. He's been really kind of stepping up his game, especially compared to the first quarter. First quarter, you really saw a lot of movement from number 12 and number 32. However, once again, you still see number 12 doing a lot for Beaumont Kelley. However, 23 is taking on that role as well and kind of playing playing his position the best he can.
Number 12 will drive the lane again. But that'll be a travel on number 4. Eagles ball on the sideline.
Dribble the ball.
Number 1, Jude Weaver, will take it up the floor. Number 13, Blake Scott, unsuccessful in his lane drive. Number 12, easy layup for Beaumont Kelley. Blake Scott will get fouled, go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's what's going to benefit the most from this team so far, for the Eagles team at least, is going to the basket and really just being aggressive when going up, because that's what's going to get the most fouls drawn for them and give them most shooting opportunities to get that extra point on that basket.
Good free throw by number 13, Blake Scott. Looking to increase this lead to 11. And he will. Good look up the floor by number 12. Rebound from that three-point shot. Number 23 open on that perimeter again.
Yeah, like you said, 23 just being that consistent player that Beaumont needs right now, especially if they want to get into this game and have a chance at winning. They need 23 to really pick up the pace and play a huge role for this team.
Number 12 looking to set up this offense. He'll drive the lane, kick out to number 4. Beaumont Kelley rebound.
Watch out!
Number 4 puts up another shot, will still be
Quit
unsuccessful.
watching the ball.
Eagles get that rebound, but it'll be stolen by number 12 with that layup.
This is when aggression is really going to be very important when going into this next possession for the Eagles. You got to meet the pass whenever it is passed to you. You can't simply just go to it. And with that, speaking of aggression, Blake Scott goes up for the shot and gets 2 points in the and 1.
Number 20, Dorian Johnson, just in for number 3, Noah Benny. Number 11, Ryan Welch, subs in for Blake Scott. Number 13, just made the free throw. And that and 1. Beaumont Kelley will push it up the floor. Looking to drive in the lane with a kick out to number 12. Eddie Vidal with that rebound.
Run it down. Got a better outlet.
But he
Come
will
on,
pass
guys.
it too long. Looking for number 2, Jaden Ariza for the Eagles. It'll be Beaumont Kelley's ball on the sideline.
Yeah, Beaumont Kelley has been doing a great job of pressuring this Eagle offense right now. They can make passes that they usually wouldn't make, resulting in turnovers. So that is something great that the Beaumont Kelley Bulldogs are doing right now.
Number 12 with a 3,
Give me the ball, Jay.
making this only a 4-point game. Ryan looking for number 5, Eddie Vidal. But it will be the Bulldogs' ball. Looking to push it up the floor to tie this game up.
Yeah, the 13-point lead has now decreased to a 6-point lead with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. It's a question of whether Beaumont Kelley is going to take advantage of this momentum that they have, or if the Eagles are going to hold on to what they got and lock down on defense.
The Eagles really need to look out for number 12 and 23 open on those perimeters, because they've been hitting everything.
Go to the ball, dude. You guys can't wait for the ball. Go to the ball.
It'll be Eagles ball on the sideline. Ryan Welch with a pass to Jude Weaver. He will make that easy jump shot to increase the Eagles' lead to 8.
Yeah, so far, Jude Weaver leading the Eagles in points right now, being a great offensive player, just getting as many points as he can for this team.
Beaumont Kelley's number 5 with that contested layup. We'll take the Eagles' lead back down to 6. Number 20, Dorian Johnson, will get fouled under the basket.
Yeah, it is essential right now, especially with how close the game is, that good passes are essential to be made. Obviously, with that pass to Eduardo Vidal right there at the bottom, that could have been a point where a turnover could be made. However, they made the best of it, going up and getting fouled with Dorian.
Dorian Johnson making both of his free throws. Score is Eagles 72 and Beaumont Kelley 64. And number 5 will get fouled. And we'll go to the free throw line to shoot too.
Yeah, number 5 been a playmaker for this team so far throughout the entire game, just getting his teammates open for passes and for good shots. And he's been really aggressive with the ball as well. Obviously, the past couple times he's been driving in, he's been getting fouled, and he's been able to get these easy points at the free throw line.
Number 5's first free throw will bounce off the rim. But he will make his second one as Eddie Vidal looks for Jude Weaver to take it up the floor with a pass to Jaden Ariza. Ryan Welch looking for Jaden Ariza, who will get fouled and go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Jaden Ariza showing that aggression that we've been needing this entire quarter, going in for that layup right there. Obviously, seems to be a little disagreement in the crowd a little bit. However, ref's call, he's able to go up and take the most of this 2-point advantage.
Eagles up by 7. Number 23 is subbed out for number 10 for Beaumont Kelley.
Go get the rebound, Rap.
Jaden Ariza making his second free throw.
Tee up, Eagles!
Beaumont Kelley pushes it up the floor. Number 5 looking for number 10, who will come up short of his 3-point attempt. Good look by Dorian Johnson to Jude Weaver, but he will come up unsuccessful on that layup. Number 12, not successful on that 3-point attempt. Jude Weaver again pushing it up the floor, looking for number 5. Dorian Johnson with that easy layup, making things happen for the Eagles as number 5 from Beaumont Kelley takes it up the floor.
Yeah, Dorian's been such a reliable player this entire game. He may not have the most points on the team right now, but he's definitely able to grab those backside rebounds and put them back up. That's what he's most useful for, and that's what he's going to be his benefit to the team.
You got 3 of y'all out there.
And that'll be out on Beaumont Kelley with Eagles ball. And number 13, Blake Scott, will sub in for number 1, Jude Weaver. As the Bulldogs take a timeout.
Yeah, going this timeout, this is when coaches are going to be talking about how to finish this game. Only about 3 more minutes left in the fourth quarter and in this entire game. Eagles leading 75-65. Just a 10-point lead. It may sound like a lot, but a lot can happen in 3 minutes, especially if it's only concerning 10 points. So both coaches, especially, I can imagine the Bulldogs coach right now talking to his players, trying to get the idea through to them that it is essential that they continue to pressure the Eagles defense as they've been doing so far. Because lately they've been getting a lot of shots off, especially from number 12 and number 23. They've been able to get those easy points up on the board, and they just need to continue to do that if they look to win this game. However, looking on the Eagle side of the ball, they just need to continue to play with good fundamentals, getting those good passes in, and being able to see the open person. If they could play as if they played in the first quarter, they would be set, because the first quarter they continued to get those open passes and move the ball and get the best opportunity for each of their players. If they continue to look for those opportunities going into the last 3 minutes and 17 seconds of this quarter, they'll be able to lock this game down and get a dub on the season.
Eagles taking the ball up the floor will be deflected by number 5. It'll be Eagles ball on the sideline. With a little over 3 minutes left in the game. Good pass from Jaden Arias, number 13, Blake Scott. Will be stolen by number 12, who will go to the free throw line again for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, right there, like I said, during the timeout, Eagles are really trying, or not the Eagles, the Bulldogs are really trying to put this pressure on the Eagles, as you saw with number 5's tap out of bounds. He's continually fighting, and not only him, his entire team is continually fighting to continue to bring pressure to this Eagles offense.
Number 12 unsuccessful on his first free throw. But he will make his second one. The Eagles quickly throw it in. Jaden Arias with a little too much on that pass, looking for Dorian Johnson. It'll be Bulldogs ball on the sideline. Number 5 for Beaumont Kelley gets a good look. Number 12 will miss that jump shot for the Bulldogs. Eagles will push it up the floor. Jaden Ariza with an and one will go to the free throw line.
Jaden Ariza just being that player that the Eagles need right now, able to close out this game with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just being able to be that reliable player that the team needs right now. Obviously going up for that and one, that's going to mean a lot, especially going into the offense. Hopefully that this and one would be able to kickstart this offensive momentum that the Eagles need right now.
Good shot by Jaden Ariza. Number 3, Noah Benny being subbed in for number 11, Ryan Welch for the Eagles. Number 23 will get a look on the perimeter. Eddie Vidal with that rebound. With an easy look to Blake Scott for another layup to increase the Eagles' lead.
Yeah, the passes the Eagles are making right now are quite literally making my hairs gray, stressing me out. These are some very risky passes. However, if they get that pass off, more power to them. If they're able to do it, they can do it.
Number 2, Jaden Radza pushing it up the floor. Number 13, Blake Scott, will come up short of his jump shot. Blake Scott with the rebound, and that putback will increase the Eagles' lead. Pass to number 12. The wide open 3, and he will get fouled and will go to the free throw line for 3 shots.
Yeah, like I said, free throw line, that's what's gonna make or break this game. The more looks that you get at the charity line, that's where it's gonna get you all these extra little points that may not be there just simply by fouling. You know, you just gotta be very careful in how you play defense. And these easy points won't be there if you just play a solid defensive game.
Number 11, Ryan Welch for the Eagles, being subbed in for Dorian Johnson. Number 20. It's number 12 for Beaumont Kelley, looking to make his last free throw. Will be unsuccessful. And that ball will be out on number 11, Ryan Welch.
Getting blocked out.
For Beaumont Kelley, looking to throw it in at the baseline. It'll be Blues ball again
Watch your corner. Watch your
with the deflection. The steal, number 13, Blake Scott. Number 2, Jaden Ariza will miss that layup for the Eagles. Number 23 wide open on that perimeter again, but he will be unsuccessful.
Block out.
Number 3 open on the perimeter, and he will make his 3-point shot as another timeout is called.
Yeah, I can understand Coach Scott's frustration right now. Just that defensive effort, you need to continually look to box out, especially on that backside whenever the shot's put up. You know, there's always the opportunity that the shot does not go in, and if it doesn't, you always have to be there around the rim, be able to get that shot back for a offensive possession for your own. However, we're just missing a couple of those offensive grabs, especially on those rebounds. But once we get that part of the game locked in, especially with how little time we have left on the clock, that's what's going to seal the deal.
Yeah, there's only 58 seconds left on the clock, and the Eagles are only up by 9. They looking to increase their lead and play some good defense to keep the Bulldogs out of this game.
Exactly. And not only increase their lead, but just play smart and play very defensively and just be conscious of everything that's happening.
That'll be a great look to Noah Benny. He will miss that 3-point shot. And number 12 with the steal will get that easy layup. The Bulldogs call a timeout.
Yeah, Bulldogs right now calling that timeout just to get their team all on the same page right now. They're only down by a couple of points, nothing that is impossible to get back from, especially with less than a minute on the clock. Anything is possible, and I believe that the Bulldogs team see that possibility as well. If they continue to bring that pressure and if they continue to get those outside looks, we've been seeing a lot of great shots, like I said before, from number 23 and number 12, continually being those star players for the team. So if they continually get those shots, they can definitely punch their way through this game, but they just have to maintain that effort and maintain that hustle. And speaking of maintaining effort, maintaining hustle, Eagles got to do that same thing as well on that defensive side and that offensive side. They have to play smart, and they have to play very cognizant of what is happening on the court and where they're falling down in some ways. So as both the teams return to the court, they just have to continually be aggressive, continually play with their heads straight in order to win this basketball game.
Yeah, the Eagles really have to work on that defense to keep their lead, keep the Bulldogs out of this game, because that is ultimately what's going to make or break this game.
I agree completely.
The Bulldogs with the ball again, but Jude Weaver will foul and hopes to stop the clock. But number 12 will go to the free throw line for a 1-on-1.
Yeah, at this point, the Eagles just have to hold on to that ball, just be able to maintain their possession, because if they give the Bulldogs any other chances to get that ball and get a point on the board, that's really going to deter them, and it's going to just slow down the momentum they already have.
Number 40, Beaumont Kelley, fouling number 1, Jude Weaver, who will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And something you have to keep in mind right now, Eagles are in double bonus while the Bulldogs are only in single bonus. So with that in mind, as a player, you just got to recognize that if you're in that situation where if you get fouled, you can go to the line for anything. You have to continually drive to that basket and continue to look for that foul. And I believe with about 27 seconds left on the clock, that's what both teams are going to seek to do.
Jude Weaver making both of his free throws. Number 32 going up. Will give the Bulldogs 2 more points, making this only a 7-point game.
Yeah, me and Ella are not the best at math, so we have to think about that one for a second. However, yes, it is a 7-point lead. However, when we've been looking about where the teams have been starting out from, at some point in this game, the Eagles were actually leading by 13 points. However, that lead has shrunken. So it's really a game of who can maintain their aggression and their hustle the most right now. Right now, just by the looks of how everything has been playing out so far, Bulldogs have been keeping this momentum and continually putting on this pressure to the Eagles' defense, or the Eagles' offense with their defense. So if they just continue to work that way, they may have a chance of winning this game even when they are down by 7 points. And then on the contrary, you got to look at the Eagles. They got to maintain what they have so far. 7 points with 20 seconds left in the game. That's something that they can work with. They can maintain their possessions and protect the ball. That's just what they need to focus on right now.
Yeah, the Eagles will get the ball at that baseline with only 20 seconds left, so really just need to focus on keeping their possession and not throwing the ball away. Beaumont Kelley will be looking to foul, though, to stop the clock. Number 5 will foul. Number 13, Blake Scott. And he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Number 13, Blake Scott. He will make both of his free throws. Beaumont Kelley rolling the ball. Will start the clock at 17 seconds. Looking for number 3. Will take the shot. And he will make his 3. Blake Scott fouled again. Going back to the free throw line.
Yeah, right now, Bulldogs only down by 6 points with 6 seconds on the clock. They really got to work for this one. They got to be able to make the best of what they got. And looking on the Eagle side of the ball, they just got to lock down right here. With only 6 seconds, they have to be able to finish this game, especially first district game for the Eagles. They have to be able to get that first win on their record going into the rest of their district play. And this is where it counts right here, being able to finish strong on both sides of the ball.
Blake Scott makes both of his free throws. Again, 5 seconds left on the clock. Shot from number 12, and that'll be the game.
Yep, game score ending. Eagles leading or won the game 87-83. Great effort from both sides. Obviously, we saw a great first half from the Eagles, being able to move that ball around in the offensive possession, as well as a great defensive effort from the Bulldogs, from Beaumont Kelley. They were able to lock down and prevent those inside shots. However, we had great players on the Eagles team, such as Jane Ariza and Jude Weaver, being able to get those outside shots and get those plays made. And so I think that's what really made it for the team, was that first half of this game, being able to work with it and just work as a team overall. And that's what just makes a great team in general. And with that, as we look at everything, we will be deciding player of the game. So, Ella, after looking at everything that you've seen so far, all the players, everything that they've done so well, who do you think is the player of the game of tonight's match?
I think Jude Weaver is the player of the game, you know, with all of those perimeter shots and also with all of his lane drives, just really making it happen for the Eagles and really making an impact on this game. He really helped out his team tonight. I think he was a leading scorer.
Yes,
However, I'm not sure.
Jude Weaver did lead his team in points tonight, and I do agree with you on that decision of player of the game. Jude Weaver just played an awesome game tonight. Usually he's a very versatile player, and he's kind of that sidekick for a lot of our other players like Noah Binney and Jane Ariza. However, tonight was his night to shine, and that's what we love to see. We love to see different players have their night and have their night to do well. And with that, we would like to thank everyone for joining us on this broadcast with this game against the Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles against the Beaumont Kelley Bulldogs. There will be another game next Tuesday, tomorrow, for soccer, I believe. So be sure to tune into that and support our Eagles soccer team. And with that, we will be signing off. My name is Evan Carpenter. I'm here with Ella Olson. We want to thank you so much for listening. Have a good night.